In this video, I'm going to show you step-by-step how to create a custom GPT, a custom AI agent that does the research for you, extracts insights for you, builds customer avatars, and even writes direct response ad scripts for you. All to create meta ads that you can scale to tens, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars in ad spend profitably. I'm going to be sharing my screen and explaining step-by-step exactly how to set up this custom AI agent and even provide some resources for you so that you can set it up in the shortest time possible. And make sure to stick around to the end of the video where you can actually see this custom AI agent in action and see how powerful it actually is. Look, by now we all know that AI is here to stay, and if you're not yet using AI within your business, you're going to get left behind. And even if you are using AI in your business, it's important that you're using it to its fullest potential to be able to help you scale your e-commerce brand. And if you're new here, my name is Jordan Hayes. I run an e-commerce marketing agency. We help a handful of e-commerce brands scale their revenue, scale their profit through a bunch of different things. We do both customer acquisition and customer retention on the acquisition side. We're running ads, we're creating ad creatives, we are building landing pages, we're optimizing conversion rate. On the retention side, our focus is on email and SMS marketing and building customer lifecycle. So why am I creating a video around AI? Well, we use a lot of AI within my agency, and specifically, we use a lot to create winning ads. And what I'm going to show you in this video is a custom AI agent that we create for our clients to really help us drill down and make the process of finding winning ad scripts faster and easier, but also helping us uncover new ad angles as well. So I'm going to show you all of that in this video. First, a little bit of proof that I'm qualified to speak on the topic of e-commerce growth and I guess scaling meta ads. Meta ads is the bread and butter of what we do. It's the bulk of our ad spend across all the platforms that we work on for our clients. And here you can see is last month, just under $800,000 in sales for one of our clients. So with that said, let's dive into the video. So the first thing, if you are, regardless of whether you're familiar or new to ChatGPT, I'm going to be going through step by step here and explaining every step of the way so that depending on what level you're at, you're going to be able to understand everything, okay? So the first thing is we come to ChatGPT and we're going to create our own GPT, right? And you do need a paid plan. I think it's like $20 a month to create this GPT, but in my opinion, it's worth it. So what you want to come to is over the left-hand side here, explore GPTs, and then we're going to click up here, we're going to create a GPT. So this is the interface to create a GPT. On the left-hand side here, we're just going to give this a name. I'm just going to name this ABC Company Researcher, right? It doesn't really matter what you call it, but just name it an identifier. And I have prepared this description and other fields before this video just so that we could save a little bit of time, okay? So the description is just really a short line, one sentence about what this GPT does. This is more just for you to know what does this thing actually do, because if you have multiple of these, you're going to want some identifiers and descriptions. So this GPT analyzes data and gathers insights from that data to assist with marketing ideas. The instructions is where you go into depth, and this is more specifically around prompting and just giving it the right information so that it can give you the result that you expect, right? So these are some instructions that I wrote myself before this video, and it's quite comprehensive. The good news is that I'm going to give you this as a resource, somewhere either below this video where you can find it and actually use this to save time, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to copy this and I'm going to put it into the instructions, and here we go. So I'm not going to read through all of this. Basically, it's similar to prompting, right? So we're telling the GPT what it is. You're a world-class researcher and marketing expert who completes detailed analysis on data and gathers insights from the data. You use that data to draw clear, concise conclusions, etc., etc. So basically, we're explaining what it does. And the thing, what I like to think about here is like, you need to think about you're training a human, right? And you're giving it instructions. It's the same way, right? This is really how you want to approach your instructions that you're giving it. And we have 3 different sections. The first section is all around research and specifically being able to answer these questions, right? So we have a list of 21 questions that we can ask this custom GPT, and it's going to give us information back based on a specific knowledge base that we are providing this GPT. I'm going to show you that in just a moment. So that's the first section. The second section is using your skills as a world-class researcher data analyzer. You can also use the insights you've gathered to create clear customer avatars. So now we're giving it instructions around you don't only research data and extract insights, but you can also use those to create avatars, right? So we're going to get this GPT to actually create the avatars for us. Okay, you're going to see that in a moment when we actually do a demo of how this works. So we're giving it some examples, like each custom avatar has the following details. Follow this get who to buy framework. These are all things that we use internally at my agency. And then finally, this third and last section here is, aside from being a world-class researcher and data analyzer, you are also a world-class copywriter. So now we're giving it the instructions and giving it some instructions, some prompts as to how they can write copy, right, for us, how they can actually write ad scripts. And basically we're saying, like, you thrive in helping customers discover life-changing products, you understand psychological triggers and frameworks such as the 6 principles of persuasion, all this stuff, user skills in copywriting, all this stuff, right? And then we're even giving it a proven framework that they must use. Now, what you might want to do is give them more frameworks to work with. And there's another use case here where you can create separate GPTs for each of these tasks, because there's a limit to the amount of instructions you can give each GPT, right? This is like nearing the limit. So you can't always add a ton of information in one. You can also separate these out in separate GPTs. However, we're going to go with this for this example. So this is the instructions. And then for the knowledge, this is really where you want to upload files, right? And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to upload a list of reviews that I prepared earlier. And it's literally just copy and pasted customer reviews. And what I did was I actually used AI to create all these reviews, and I used Ridge's website, right? Ridge, a well-known brand. I basically just used their one of their products, right? This wallet, and I asked ChatGPT to create a list of reviews that were detailed, that had product benefits and even some like things that weren't so good about the product to make them sound very human, conversational, realistic. And that is what I got from this list of reviews. So I upload this file here. I check this box for code interpreter and data analysis, and we are ready to go. Now, of course, you can upload more files. You can upload more files around ad frameworks, right? You just want to make sure that if you upload multiple files, in your instructions, reference the name of the file, the exact name, so that the agent, the custom GPT, knows what file they should reference for what specific action you want them to take, okay? So once that's done, we're going to click create. We're going to have this internally. We're going to save. Now that that's created, we can click view GPT, and this is ready to go, right? So we can start asking it questions. Now, the first thing I want to do, like if I'm putting myself in the shoes of someone creating ads, and if you're creating ads for your own business, if you have an agency, if you have someone doing the ads for you, this is always going to be the starting point, right? Especially if it's new and you want to extract new ad angles, you always start with the research. So let me just ask a question around research. So the first thing we're going to work on is extracting insights from the knowledge base of customer reviews provided. So I'm going to send this, and it might actually start giving me information back. As you can see here, it's already starting to give me information, which is great. And you can see that there's overall sentiment, key benefits identified, etc., etc. Okay, so we can see that ChatGPT is giving us a lot of information already. And if we quickly skim through this, we have overall sentiment of the reviews, key benefits identified. So it's already identifying key benefits of the product for us that are said in the reviews, right? So this is a form of research. And if you know anything about creating winning ads, everything, like the research is the foundation of everything you create, right? So without research, it's very unlikely that you're going to find and create winning ads. So you must do the research, and this is a way that we can use customer reviews to get ChatGPT to extract the insights for us. Now, one note on customer reviews, we like to only use customer reviews that have over 200 characters. Just as a general rule, it just means that there's a little bit more detail for those reviews. Also use positive and negative reviews. Don't use fully positive reviews, only 5-star reviews. Use a mix because you want to get the real insights extracted from those, okay? So we have key benefits, customer prior pain points before they found Ridge, the Ridge wallet, features customers appreciate, common prior objections and counter arguments, failed solutions, physical pain points, emotional, it's pretty much giving us the answers to the questions, right? And like the list of 21 questions that I had in the instructions, now let's say we just want to ask one of those questions, right? So let me ask this question, and then we'll see what it comes back with. The question is, give me the physical pain points people were experiencing before they tried the products, list each one in priority order, and also include supporting reviews so I can understand the customer language, okay? So it is physical pain points before switching to the Ridge wallet, and it's giving me them in the order, right, in priority order, and also includes supporting reviews. So it is highlighting actual reviews, like quotes from those reviews that I can use to understand what language the customers are using, so that when we create the ad script and the brief, we're talking in the same language as the customers, okay? So here we have a few different examples, right? It's given us 7, and it's even saying, would you like me to break this down further, focus on the emotional pain points next, okay? So of course we can continue asking questions, going deeper and deeper and deeper into the analysis. However, I want to show you the next stage of this, which is really creating the customer avatars, all right? So I'll say, this is excellent. Now create 2 customer avatars using the insights. Okay, so what I want this custom GPT to do next is create 2 customer avatars using the insights you extracted from the customer reviews, give each avatar a name and description of who that person is, list out the details of each custom avatar following the instructions I provided. Now we're going to see what it returns to us, like what does it do? Okay, so customer avatar number 1, practical minimalist Mike. Now, we did not give them any information around, the customer avatars, what age they likely are, like none of that. So it's purely using the data in the reviews to come up with these avatars, which is pretty cool, right? And of course, like I mentioned earlier, you can create separate custom GPTs per each action and job you want the AI to do, right? So one could just be extracting data from reviews. Another one could be creating your avatars, because what it allows you to do is it allows you to go much deeper and you can give it more information, right? With your brand, you likely already have post-purchase survey data. You have even the survey data that you sent out via email. You have just more research that you've done yourself. Just give it all the information, and by doing that, you're going to get more detailed answers, and you're going to be able to dive even deeper into each of these avatars as well. Okay, so it gives us a description of Mike, who is a 35-year-old software engineer living in Austin, Texas. He's always on the go, and I already know this is like a perfect avatar for Ridge, right? Like someone who, software engineer, they value like new, practical solutions. They don't want the old stuff. They're modern. They want to be like on the cutting edge of what's new. They're interested in technology travel, like it goes to the hobbies, interests, pain points, failed solutions. And then we have this get who to buy framework, which we provided in the instructions, which is really just a framework and a concept that we use to get clarity on who we're speaking to. So men, 30 to 40, who want a sleek, secure, and efficient wallet that eliminates bulk, who struggle with overstuffed wallets, unnecessary cards, and outdated designs that don't fit modern lifestyle, to understand that a Ridge wallet solves these issues by providing a slim, secure, and durable alternative that fits comfortably in his pocket by purchasing a Ridge wallet, okay? So this is amazing. We have this customer avatar number 2. They've actually gone with a woman, which is interesting. Ridge also have women's wallets. So frequent traveler Sarah. Sarah's a 42-year-old marketing executive based in LA. She constantly on business trips, etc., right? So same sort of format here, but this is great, okay? Now, what I want to show you is how do we actually use these customer avatars and use the insights extracted from the customer reviews to write scripts and write briefs, okay? So let's ask ChatGPT to write a brief for us. Your job is to write an advertising script targeting the customer avatar of Mike using correct response to needs. Okay, so in short, we're asking them to write an advertising script targeting the customer avatar of Mike, using direct response principles to meet the viewer where they are, i.e. their current situation and pain points, and use consumer psychology in your copywriting to bring the viewer on a journey, introducing the Ridge wallet, explaining the benefits, and ultimately ending with a call to action to purchase. Use the advertising script framework I provided in the instructions. The advertising script must be 30 seconds and 45 seconds in length when read out loud. Let's see what it comes back with. Okay, so as ChatGPT is doing its thing, we can start to read through this. So it says the advertising script for practical minimalist Mike, 30 to 45 seconds in length. Target audience, it even gives us target audience, right? Just to, again, I guess remind us of who we're speaking to. We have the hook, right? And by the way, this framework is one I provided to this agent in the instructions, okay? So as I mentioned, if you're creating a separate GPT specifically for writing ad scripts, and I recommend you play around with that and try it. You can provide it with tons of different frameworks, right? You can provide it with a knowledge base of 10 different ad frameworks that it can use and play around with. So the cool thing with this, and we didn't even ask it to do this, is it's giving us a visual that we can use in the app, right? So maybe this is B-roll. So the visual for the hook is a man struggling to shove his thick leather wallet into his jeans, frustrated. This is like an amazing hook. And the narrator, so the voice, still carrying a bulky, outdated wallet. That brick in your pocket isn't just uncomfortable, it's unnecessary, okay? So pretty good hook. Problem agitation, amplify the frustration. The visual is a wallet overstuffed with receipts, loyalty cards, expired coupons. Every time you sit down, it jabs your thigh. Every time you need a card, you're digging through a mess. And let's be real, half the stuff in there, junk, okay? It's pretty good. And then, it goes into the root cause of the problem. Your old wallet was designed for the past, but your lifestyle has changed. You need something slim, efficient, and built for today. And, we can obviously, go through this. I'm not going to spend a bunch of time reading this, but we can see here, estimated length is 35 to 40 seconds when spoken at a natural pace. This script is high converting, direct response focused, and psychologically persuasive, ensuring Mike feels the urgency to switch. Let me know if you like any tweaks. Okay, I don't know about you, but I'm impressed. This is a pretty good script, and I know this because I tested this multiple times before recording this video to you guys to make sure it was up to standard. But you can even tweak it. You can even come back and say, hey, can you tweak the language to sound more like this? Can you tweak this to be more like this, right? And it's going to refine it for you, okay? So this is really how to build this custom GPT. Here it is in action. And of course, you can use this to create winning meta ad scripts, right? You can take these scripts, create the content, and translate them into ads and test them. So that is it for this video. Hopefully this was helpful. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments. Happy to help. I know that, depending on your experience with ChatGPT, the level, some of the stuff might be complicated. Happy to help. And as I mentioned, check out the resources linked below this video so that you can set this up in the shortest amount of time possible and start creating winning ads for your e-commerce brand with the use of AI. All right, so that's it. I'll see you in the next one.